Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. I figured this one should be in Act 2, considering that the item we're going to be going over today is Duriel's Shell. Duriel's Shell is a very nice, exceptional level unique, which can be found pretty easily. Maybe not in the ethereal form, but pretty easily, and is very useful on a wide variety of characters. Duriel Shell has a 732 defense, 65 strength requirement, which is really low, and it's level 41. It is also a Cuirass, which is the upgraded form of the breastplate, and it has relatively no run-walk penalties, which is also very interesting. It is considered a light class armor. It has a 200% enhanced defense, which does vary by 40%, so it goes as low as 160% and as high as 200%. We also have a defense based on character level, which goes all the way up to 123. It's 1.25 per character level. We have 15 strength on this armor as well, which is definitely very nice and could potentially help, for instance, like an Act 3 or an Act 1 merc utilize higher level equipment that they might not otherwise be able to put on. For instance, like a Monarch shield on the Act 3 merc. It has life based on character level, with his +1 per character level. So as you level up, it's going to be the equivalent of whatever your level is. If you're level 80, it's going to be 80 life. If you're level 99, it's going to be 99 life. We also have 50% cold resistance, which is supposed to represent the fact that Duriel is extremely resistant to cold. We also have 20% lightning, 20% fire, and 20% poison res, as well as cannot be frozen, which is definitely very nice to have. The ethereal version, of course, is even better for mercenaries with 1,035 defense and only 55 strength required. Now, Duriel's Shell can be upgraded, and it's one of the really good items to upgrade. It's definitely high up on the list of unique upgraded items, and the reason is because it just upgrades so well. But before we get into that, let's talk about really quickly what Duriel's Shell could potentially be useful for. It's very useful for mercenaries. It helps keep them alive. It gives them the resistances they need. It gives them a little bit of extra strength, life, defense, a massive amount of defense, mind you, and quite honestly, it's just a really good armor for mercenaries and players all around. The ethereal version even more so for mercenaries, obviously, because of the additional defense bonus. And the thing about this armor is that it can be upgraded and it can go even further. So let's go ahead and upgrade the Duriel Shell Cuirass with a lem, a co, and a perfect diamond. And this is going to go from 732 defense, 65 strength requirement, level 41, to the Duriel Shell Great Hauberk, which is 1,581 defense, 118 strength requirement, relatively low, especially considering most players usually build at least 156 strength for Monarch shields, and then level 63 requirement, which again is relatively low. The ethereal version upgrades even better from 1,035 defense, 55 strength requirement, to 2,043 defense, 108 strength requirement, and level 63. As you can see, just a very nice upgrade all around. One of the downsides that I've always thought about the breastplate Hauberk Cuirass is that you don't have any pants on. I don't know why they like every time you put on the breastplate, it's only the top armor because I guess it's just a breastplate, right? So you don't never have any like bottom armor on. You don't have any gloves. Like it's just kind of a. I always thought it looked kind of stupid, to be honest. Other than that, though, it's a great armor. The Duriel Shell is really good for numerous reasons. Number one, it has enhanced life, which is very good for a lot of characters. It has enhanced defense, which is very good for a lot of characters. It has cannot be frozen, and it has 20 all resistances with 50 cold, which again is very nice for a lot of characters. I mean, it ticks a lot of boxes. If you don't have a Ravenfrost early on, this is a very easy way for you to get cannot be frozen. If you're hurting for resistances, this is a very nice way to get extra resistances. If you need extra strength, this is a good way to get extra strength. And the ethereal version works very well on a mercenary, especially early on in the game, because as you saw, it's only level 41 in its exceptional level form, and then you can upgrade it a little bit later when your mercenary gets to level 63, so we can have an even better version. Let's take a look and see where we could potentially find ourselves a Duriel shell if we wanted to hunt for one. Being that it's level 43, I'm going to assume that we have probably at least about 150% magic find. I feel like that's fair for level 43. And we're going to take a look at bosses first because, of course, bosses are the things that people love to farm. So taking a look at the list, we have a probability, ignoring quest flags, Diablo in Nightmare of 1 in 589. Mephisto in Nightmare of 1 in 597. Mephisto might be the better choice if you can teleport to him. If you can't teleport to him, it might not. Diablo might be the better choice if you don't have teleport because he's much easier to get to. Obviously, you know exactly where he is. You just farm him. Bale is a little bit of a pain in the butt because of his waves, although that it could be a choice if you're farming EXP in Nightmare difficulty. And really not a lot of good options here. That's kind of funny. Duriel in Nightmare difficulty can drop it, but only on his quest kill. That's rather odd. Not on his normal kill, but only on his quest kill. Oh, wait, no, there we go. Okay, there we go. So Duriel in Nightmare can potentially drop it. That's interesting. Let's take a look at super uniques real quick. And let's see what good super uniques we've got here. So, Neelathak in Nightmare could be an interesting choice. He's actually pretty easy to get to if you guys ever want to find out. I have a video basically on exactly how to find him. Tells you exactly where to go and shows you, you know, the like way the map works so you can get to him every single time without fail. It does look like Eldritch the Rectifier, Shank the Overseer, Doc Farron, Pendleskin. They're all in Nightmare difficulty and they can all drop this item. It's a little bit out of the range of the level 41. You're going to be a lot higher than 41 by the time you're farming these guys, but it's an interesting option. I find a lot of the times when it comes to Nightmare level uniques, they tend to be a little out of level, like for their zone. So like if they're level 41 items, you usually don't find them until, you know, like you're level 50 or 60. Let's take a look at it real quick on the character screen, shall we? Why not? So that is our Duriel shell on a Barbardin. As you can see, he gets a nice upper plate. He gets pauldrons, but really not a lot going on like down in the hairy leg area. Yeah. All in all, though, it's a very great armor to get your hands on, especially if you're solo self-found or something like that. There are certainly better armors that you can put on your mercenary later on in the game, but you know, it's hard to beat a good Duriel shell, especially an ethereal Duriel shell at level 41 for your mercenary. As always, thanks for watching, and keep watching.